Yo, 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 it's Cinderella, so what up? Today we're going to cut the neck off this wool sweater and make it into a scoop neck collar. Beautiful! So to cut any scoop neck, the first thing you want to do is line up the shoulder seams and flip it over so there's a fold down the center like this, still holding those shoulder seams together. And now we're going to cut straight into the center fold up to the collar and then around the back. So we're just cutting straight through that center fold. And then we're curving up, and you want to hit that shoulder seam right where it meets the collar. And then just cut around the back of the collar, close to the collar, or else it will be too wide of a neck. I have the neck cut off. And when you unfold it, you see you have this really nice scoop neck. Because this is a wool sweater, it's going to fray. So we need to sew this down in order to keep it from fraying. So we're going to do that with a needle and thread. We're going to start at one shoulder seam and sew all the way around. I'm just going to fold it over once and then twice so that the raw edge of the yarn is tucked under. Now I'm going to go in with my threaded needle and go through the same area twice. So I'm making a loop of thread, and then you just put your needle through that loop, pull it closed, and do that at least twice, making it a nice tight knot. And then just move over to the other side of the shoulder seam and do the same thing, just making some knots. And now we're going to sew all around the collar. So we're just tucking it under as we go, and then all you have to do is pick up a piece of the sweater and go through that fold and you're good. And every now and then you can do a knot, which means just going through the same holes you just went through, creating that loop, and then putting your needle through the loop, pulling it tight, and then keeping sewing all the way around the collar. We'll do this all the way around to the other shoulder seam. Yeah. We're really low on thread now, so I'm just going to do another knot and cut my thread off. And I'll start here with more knots. When you get to the other shoulder seam, you just want to do a bunch of knots again to make sure that shoulder seam is really sewn down. We'll do a knot here, making that loop of thread and putting our needle through, pulling it tight. And now all we have to do is continue sewing along the back of the collar, and then we're all done. When you get back to where you started on that shoulder seam, just do a couple more knots and then you can cut your thread off. Just put your needle through that loop of thread and pull it tight. And you can do that a couple times. And now we can cut our thread off. Boop. And our collar is all sewn down. And this is what it looks like when it's all done. No more itchy turtleneck. Sweet. Thank you so much for watching Cinderella Sew, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.